Destination Banter with Tony Smith. Riser.
Hey sir, and welcome back to the show. And thanks for tuning in, friends. It's Friday. I'm going to get my shout outs done first. Gerard, I'm going to get them done first. Shout outs. Big shout out to Matthew T. Metzler, Philip J. Howard, Joseph E. Sultana, everybody else who's following me, Ollie Brecht, everybody on Twitter, and a big shout out to all my Facebook friends. And hello to Dara Connell over there. New man is just in the studio today. Right, friends, let's get the show on the road. Welcome into the studio. We've got Gerard Moore from St. John Bosco Boxers. Gerard, good to see you again, buddy.
Nice to be back.
How are you?
Always nice to come on.
I mean, you're always welcome. Great, all Bosco Boxers, you're always welcome in here to promote the club and do whatever I can for you. You know, great bunch of lads. Good family team, isn't it?
It is. That's it. I mean, if you look through, we've got a load of coaches or fathers or their boxers, and you know, all aunties and uncles involved. It's a complete family.
Here, it's getting warm in here, isn't it?
It is.
You know what crack is, friends? It's that time of the day. There it goes. Look at that there. I'm lethal with that, Jared.
I know.
I think we should
That
could have a hot off on the ring or something.
That last time you've killed that wee fella going out to the road, and this time you've knocked over that budgie.
And hit a Honda in the process. Look,
Yeah.
they don't look too happy, the people in that Honda, do they?
No, well, I would say the Honda hit the hat.
But the Honda's wrecked if you see the front of it. But anyway, let's get back. Good to see you, brother. You're back on the Banter show.
Oh, why?
So how's it
Second
going?
home.
How's it going?
Well, as you know, it's all going great at the minute. Brought a magical little thing out for you to see.
Look at this.
For people who do not know, our very own Jack Tucker was away at the schoolboy
This is going
Europeans.
this is going up to the camera. Get a look at that, friends. Bronze European medal. Home to Ireland by way of Jake Tucker. Isn't that great? That's some achievement, friends. That is some achievement.
Only 2 medals came back to Ireland from the whole Europeans. And Jack did his pride. He brought this home for us.
Some weight in it.
I know. I mean,
It is fabulous, friends. And I'll tell you what, Jared, can I put that there? Will you join me in a round of applause?
Go for it.
Jake Tucker, well done. Big respect from everybody here in Destination Newry. I can't do enough for the Bosco Boxers. They're brilliant. It's like a family. It feels like a family, the Bosco.
It is. I mean, you've been there. You've actually done MC at one of our shows. Like,
Indeed.
you know, you're meeting the lads. They're nice lads.
The whole, everybody is.
They're nice when they're in public. We have to sort of beat them, you know, in private a wee bit.
Have you to get them ready for the public?
Yeah, you know, take the muzzles off, and you have to be nice. But I mean, as I'm sure, have you seen our facilities yet? You've not been up at it now?
No, I'll tell you what, and I was invited to the AGM, only I couldn't make it, right? Because there was other things happening. I must go up to see the facilities, and maybe do an outside broadcast report on it, maybe, you know. Well,
it would be great. I mean, at the moment, I'm sure you know, we have a little porta cabin. It's no bigger than this little room.
This studio here.
Yeah, so, I mean, everyone knows how great we're doing. We're the most successful club in the whole of Ireland.
And that's an achievement in its own, friends, believe me.
In a small room, not much bigger than a studio, we have champions in every county. We've 9 county champions. We have Ulster champions, we have Irish champions, and European medalists.
European, friends. And out of a club the size of this studio, I find that hard to believe. But I know it's not that I find it hard to believe. It's what you guys are putting into the Boxers, basically. But in premises the size of this, that's where I get it difficult, you know.
It's what we have is I would say that we have a combination of skill and talent. We have the young boys here coming on, and they're willing to work their arses off. They'll do anything to succeed, and the coaches are just there going, "We'll do it for you. We'll get this." Now we are doing an appeal at the minute via Facebook. Feely O'Hare, very kind man, his company has donated a porta cabin for us, which is 30 foot by 70 foot.
Wow.
So by that would, if we got that, we have that, all we need is to get it down to our facilities. Transport, get the groundwork done. At the moment, if you go onto our Facebook, stjohnbosco.boxing, we have a link set up there where people can donate. Basically, all in all, it's going to take roughly 10 grand to get this done. Now, our new season's starting in the next couple of weeks. If we can do what we have done with the boxers in a small room like that, imagine what we could do with a 70 by 30. And not just including the boxers we have already. We have a waiting list. We have kids waiting to come and start boxing, get themselves off the street, get themselves a hobby, get themselves into a family effectively. You know, so we've all this outstanding, but what we need is the help and support of the lovely people in Newry and beyond.
And beyond, friends.
If you're in America, if you're in Russia, if you're in Germany, because I know Tony has all these here followers and watchers all around the world, come back and support us. And what we'll do is we'll make sure we do you proud. Because I can guarantee you, we have at least, at the moment, we have at least 5 boys at least, which I can see going on to, again, the Europeans, going on to Commonwealth Games, which we've just had, where Northern Ireland's brought back 9 medals out of the boxing, which sounds great, but whenever you think of it, Northern Ireland only had 10 boxers in.
And brought back 9 medals.
And brought back 9 medals.
Just shows you the standard there, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, with that, our boys are coming up. They're going to be the new Paddy Barnes. They're going to be the new Mickey Conlon. These are the future. And again, we're bringing it all back to Newry. We want everyone in the world to go, right, I hear about this great amateur boxer. Where's he from? But can he beat the boy from Newry? That's what we want.
Now, just going by that alone, and I know you guys, right? I know Barry, yourself, I know Aidan, and Tony Mung as well.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you, friends, St John Bosco, it's, you know, these guys take their boxing extremely serious. If you miss training, you're given a reprimand. That's how serious, and that's why it's the home of champions. Really, you're turning out champions. Well, if you go to Europe and you come back with something like this here, it shows you what dedication and commitment that the boxing club have put in to come home with us here. And I have to say, Barry Tucker, what a guy! He's a terrific fella.
He's absolutely fantastic.
His head is he's another Mr. Boxer of Newry, like yourself and Aidan and all the boys. And he was out training. His heart and soul's into it.
Yeah.
And his family are into it. You know, there's the result.
Yeah.
There's the result there, friends. So if you can help out in any way, should it be £1? Should it be $1?
Should it be 5p?
Should it be 5p?
5p, you know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but if we had everyone in Newry come up and support us, give us 5, 10p, give us £1, give us £5, whatever you can afford, you should go and put Newry on the mat. I mean, it's as simple as this. Barry, as you mentioned, after we went to the All-Ireland Championships, he was getting phone calls from all the top clubs in Ireland going, what are you doing? So they're coming to us going, we can see you are far better. What are you doing that we're not?
But then you can't give out all the secrets, Gerard.
We're not. I mean, we're happy to help all the clubs in the ways we can, but we do have our own secrets, and we'll be keeping those close to our hearts.
Because there's what the secrets are coming up with there.
Think of it like this, he's still only a schoolboy. He has a lot of time to develop, as well as do the likes of Dean and Neely and Brandy, you know.
Yeah.
These are
local lads.
They're all.
They're local lads. Yeah, friends, are local lads, and they're athletes. They're not just boxers. These guys are athletes.
They're world-class athletes.
They get up in the morning early. They're going for runs. They're sparring. They're training. They're back out for runs in the evening. They're eating right. They're athletes. They're young men, but they're athletes, aren't they?
I mean, wherever they're not in school, they're in the gym training over in Bill's gym. Adrian and the team there do all their strength and conditioning. They sponsor that. So, you know, we are getting people from the community behind us.
Yeah.
But we just need that extra push.
And we'll just give a big shout out to Bull's Gym down there in the one industrial estate. You're doing sterling work, and there's the result. So it can only get better from this.
It can.
There's the brand. I can see. Within a couple of years, it's going to be gold. You're going to be in here with gold medals.
I'll tell you this. That was his first ever visit to the Europeans.
My goodness.
There's people who can go to the European Championships 4 or 5 years in a row, come back, and they've come back with the experience.
Yeah.
Not taking anything away from anyone, because to get to that level, just to get into the Europeans is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But for someone to go out on their first occasion and come back with a medal, the person who won gold, the boy who won gold, was a boy who beat Beat him.
Beat you.
So the only boy who's beat him is the European champion. Now, as I say, he's still learning, still developing. He's only a young
and that's
lad.
his first time
It's his
in
first
Europe.
time.
This is getting better, friends.
Now,
So there you are. I mean, throw something in, give a bit of support into the club, because these guys are going places.
Yeah.
And they're going to make you proud. I feel proud to be part of this club already. You know.
I mean, with that, I mean, we'll welcome anyone into the club. I mean, we're constantly on. We have 70 kids with kids on the waiting list. So anyone wants to come up and volunteer as well. You know, speak with a member of the coaching team or such. If you see me walking down the street, just come up and say to me, because you know we're always looking to drive it forward. If you're not a coach, you do stuff like I do stuff in the background, paperwork and stuff. We're always looking for parents and such, you know, to go drive to the competitions with the kids and stuff. Obviously, if we can get big crowds even going to the competitions, we want to be able to go and to the likes of the national championships in Dublin. And when they say, for example, Neely Matters, St John Bosco, we want the roof lifted clean off that place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great day out. It's an experience, you know.
And I know Neil in here and Brandy
Yeah.
and the boys, the two Tuckers, and I know Neil's mummy and daddy and all.
Yeah.
And I know Brandy's father.
Yeah.
You know, Newry's a very central place for the Bosco boxers, and
It
you
is.
know everybody seems to know everybody out of
Yeah.
it. You know.
It's not one of those where the club is based in the Armagh Road. There's kids from the Armagh Road. The kids from the Warren Point Road. There's kids from every estate in Newry. I mean, we are. I mean, when I say here, there are a lot of good clubs in Newry, the likes of Camla and such, that got Erin, the Sacred Heart, but we are getting the results. We have the proof to back it up. We have the boys who will go out. These boys are more or less, they'll go under the ring, they do the business. Now, I was saying to Jack, come over. Now, you see Jack in the ring, there's no backwards in him. Jack's constantly going forwards. But the one thing I'll say about him is he's as shy could be. You know, he's not one of these lads. It's, I can box, I'm amazing, look at me.
Yeah.
If you open your mouth and go, he'd send you away. Jack.
He's
is
a
happy.
quiet, mannerly
Yeah.
lad. They're well brought up. They've
yeah.
manners and respect. You know.
Kane's exactly the same.
Yes.
Jack's younger brother. I mean, all the lads are well mannered, but them two are just very, you know, they're very quiet. I mean, even I was watching them whenever they were on the show the last time.
Yeah.
And the two of them were sitting like this here.
Is that when Adrian done the bunk?
That's when Adrian done the bunk. It is.
Adrian was hiding the phone. The phone was ringing. And Patterson was going like that there. And he says, "Will you answer it?" He said, "Just answer the phone."
Yeah.
And the next day he picked it up and he goes, "Hello, be there in 2 minutes," and straight out through the door. So you
Yeah.
have to laugh, don't you?
You do.
But that's the banter show for you. You know,
It is.
anything can happen.
But with that, with Adrian as well, Adrian is absolutely fantastic at everything he does. Like he's coaching. He's the head coach. He's running his own business. He does a lot of charity work with Macmillan, and he's also on the committee for the St John Bosco Youth Club as well. So Adrian himself, very community minded.
He is indeed.
He is. I mean, and with that, he's one of these here boys where if you ask him something, he's not going to sit and go away, you know.
No.
He sits and he takes the time, no matter how busy he is, he'll take the time to spend it with. I mean, with the boys, there's been 101 things he's had to do. But if any of the boys come up to him and say, "I'm stuck on this," or "I can't quite get this right," Adrian, I mean, it goes with all the other coaches, Tony, Barry, Dean. You know,
Big Dean as well.
Yeah,
And,
you can't.
congratulations, Dean. You
Yeah.
got engaged there recently. Big
did.
raiser there, Dean. Yeah.
Congratulations to Dean. Very sorry to your missus.
I wouldn't have said that to him. He's a big fella.
He's not here beside me, and I think I can outrun him. I'm not 100% sure, but I think.
Well, I don't think I'd be able to outrun that lad. No, definitely not.
Dean's absolutely fantastic. like.
Great
Yeah.
guy. Know him well. I know the father well.
Yeah.
Know all the McCabe's. You know, big shout out to all the McCabe's. You know, grew up with them guys. You know,
Yeah.
great, good lads. Like.
Oh, fantastic! Like, I mean, the whole family. His younger brothers and all are in the boxing, and you know they're like this size now, but by the time they get up to 14, 15, again,
That's what's on the
more
way.
Europeans.
Tell me this, Gerard. Just how can people donate? What can they donate to? Is there a bank account or?
If you go onto our Facebook page, St John Bosco Boxing, we have a PayPal account set up.
Right.
It's just on there. All you do is click on the link. It'll ask you to log into your PayPal, and then just put on however much. As I said, 5p a pound, £5.
Well, tell me this. What happens if you don't have a PayPal account?
If you don't have a PayPal account, we're happy enough to take check, cash,
Or anything?
or anything.
There you go.
Again, you can contact us on Facebook. If you want to throw in the check, you throw a check into the Bosco Youth Club. Just mark it for the Bosco Boxing Club.
And this is up in Checker Hill?
It's up in Checker Hill.
The Bosco Youth Club, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see that we're going to be running a lot of fundraisers coming up. Why say a big thank you to David Ogue from the Bank Bar.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
Razor David.
He's offered to run, he's offered us the facilities and stuff to run different bits and pieces. We previously held a poker competitions, which we're now contemplating and making, a bi-monthly thing. Have to say, the boy who run that, Joe McLaughlin, I hope you're watching over in the States. I'm very upset that you've went off work and left me, but enjoy your honeymoon. So
That's you told Joe. Enjoy the honeymoon over in the States
Joe,
there.
yeah.
And a big shout out to David Senior. David Senior there, David Downey in the bank.
Yeah.
A big hello to the Downeys,
Yeah, I mean, I went over and I met with David Ogue, and he said, I'll do anything, I'll even join your club. And I'm like, well, if you want to join the club. He's like, I have a wee bit of a belly. I'm like, I don't notice it, just trying to be nice to him.
Yeah.
He's a lovely man.
Oh, sound. 110%. They're good. And they're good for the people in Newry, community based
Yeah.
and that. They do support a lot of people around,
Yeah. As David said to me, there's a lot of stuff he's missing out on because people just don't come and say to him.
Yeah.
So it's just like Tony in the Banter show. Go and see David. Tell him what you have
And as a
on.
matter of fact, David, junior and senior, get in here to the Banter show. Especially junior. You're joking me, David Junior. I want you in the Banter show, talk about the old times,
Now, I don't think a G and David Jr. would be a good combination.
Hold on.
I don't know which ones matter.
They're both the same. Don't worry. We'll tell. No, I want the two of them in the Banter show for the bit of
I seen
banter.
him there in the paper launching the festival with the guitar and all going at it.
Sure, it's great, doesn't it? It's a bit of old crack.
That's what I'm saying. Newry's full of absolutely great characters.
Yeah.
And as you can see, great characters. David Ogue, yourself, different people. Adrian from Bill's Gym, all being pulled into the epicentre that is the Bosco Boxing Club.
That's the one. Now, when you get this new porta cabin, where is it going? Is it going up to the Checker Hill?
It's going up to Checker Hill. There's the field just on behind the youth club.
Yeah.
So we planning permission to get it put there. This is...
So, sorry, Gerard, you're going to need a crane lorry or some description, are you?
Yeah, we'll need a crane and we'll need a lorry. If anyone out there has a crane and a lorry wants to do it for us, just give us a shout again on Facebook or on Twitter at John Bosco.
And I'll give you a shout out in the Banter show for thanks and whatever else we can do,
What we'll do as well is wherever we get photographers into the club for the boys up, what we can do for anyone that gives us support, we'll get your logo put up and we'll get the boys photographed in front of it. So whenever they're going onto the papers, European Championship, they're not just going onto the Newry Democrat and Newry Reporter, which is fantastic because they follow us great, but they're going onto the likes of the Irish News, national papers. The TV cameras are catching up with them.
Yeah.
These young lads are going to be, I don't want to say it, but we had a great visitor, as you know, to our club show recently, who was Carl Frampton. Go on, Carl, 6th of June, you can do it. World champion.
Razor did the chin wag with him in the ring that night.
Yeah.
Got him in the ring. And Carl, if you're ever about, get in here for the Banter, or else I'm going to try and start a Banter show and get you in London. Call down to see you in London, where he's training.
Well, I know he's going to be over in Northern Ireland for pretty soon because Paddy Barnes, great
class wee man.
Paddy Barnes' kid is getting christened, and Carl Frampton's going to be the godfather.
Get away.
They are. I mean, that's what's boxing.
Congratulations, lads. Well done. Well done. And lovely. They're a great buzz, aren't they?
Do you know what I'm going to say? Paddy Barnes grew up in a very Catholic area of Belfast. Carl Frampton, very Protestant. So people, come on. This is what boxing does. It's not just about your local community. It's about bringing everyone together.
Yeah. There's going to be no religion, no politics in it. This is a sport for all. That's the way I look at it. It's a sport for all. And even the girl boxers are doing fantastic too, aren't they?
I know. They're up and coming. I mean, we've even got a female coach, Molly Jane Patterson, great young boxer herself, has come up now coaching. So if you're sitting going, it's a boys' sport, it's only for the boys.
No.
Come on.
Molly Jane Patterson will prove that it's not a man's or a boy's sport. There you go.
I must be about 4 stone heavier than Molly, and she's that good of a fighter. I wouldn't get in the ring with her. I swear to God, not trying to say anything about it, but Molly Jane will lead the female
she's got the
boxers.
speed and the skill then.
She's got speed and she's got a lot of skill.
It doesn't matter what weight, speed and skill will overcome it, won't it?
That's it. I mean, what was it? I was going to say something else there. Yeah, just in regards to coming up to the club, no matter what colour, creed, religion or anything you are, what you may be outside the club, once you step inside our doors, you're a boxer. You're nothing else.
Yeah.
You're the same as everybody else in there. Our championship boys and all, we don't want them getting big heads. They were sat down the other night at our AGM and they were told, new season started. Yeah, you have won these titles last year. That's last year. Last year's over and done. You're the same level as everyone else. Now you have to prove yourself back up there again. So it's not a club of egos. It's not a club where certain people are put on the pedestal and these are our boys and no one else gets a chance. Everyone gets a chance. Come on, do the training, prove yourself, get championships.
And bring home some medals.
That's it.
And there's what it all boils down to there.
That's
Just
it.
shows you that the commitment and the drive to win that there. It's, you know, I have to say that there's some terrific boxers out there.
There are.
And I commend the Bosco because they are bringing home the medals, you know.
They are. I mean, words can't even describe how we feel about these boys. And the girls who are starting to come up, because it's only recently the girls have been starting to box. So we want to see more girls come into the club. We want to see more boys getting that step up. I mean, that's world-class standard. Once you get your national championship, there's no stopping you.
There's no stopping, no.
There's no stopping. The Irish champions, the 4 Irish champions we have, are in Dublin every weekend training with the Irish elite squad.
Wow.
You know, so what that means is this is where Paddy Barnes and all started, going through the elite training. Paddy Barnes, Mickey Conlon, even Michaela, you know, they're all household names.
Yeah.
And not one of them's a professional boxer, they're all still amateur boxers.
And what didn't the box great at the Commonwealth Games there, didn't it?
Oh, tell me about it. And my heart sunk.
Unbelievable.
When young Mr. Conlon got that cut in his eye, I just
couldn't believe it.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it.
Did you see the pictures of it afterwards? They put they held it up, and you can actually see the bone of his skull. That's how deep it was.
You see the skull. And the other guy had a big balloon then. It bubbled out.
He did, yeah.
He had an egg.
I mean, it's one of those things where this is something. I know people go into sports and then wherever they get up, you know, they leave it, and you know, life gets in the way. Barry Tucker, that's all I'm going to say. Boxed as a youth, boxed through, now coaching. His own kids are coming through. It's a sport where you don't have to stop at a certain age and go, right, I've had enough. Tony Patterson, the man is on, the man, you can't stop him.
And he's a legend, Newry legend, Tony Patterson. Great man altogether.
There is no one in this world who can tell you about boxing the way Tony Patterson can. You know,
he is Mr. Boxing, isn't he? There's a few Mr. Boxers about the place, but he's one of them, you know.
Tony, I think we have a mouse. We have a mouse.
No, it's not. Dun-dun-dun. Right. Thanks very much. The studio manager, it's great. Only in the Banter show, friends, you get a hand-delivered message. I'll not tell you what the message is, but we're grand. We're grand. I'll show it to you. Rock and roll. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you, sir.
Pay rise for that man.
Pay a rise for Andrew. But so there you are. Here's what's happening, friends. So there's a big porta cabin on the way. We just need a bit of transport and the crane lorry.
We need the transport, the crane money, and the money to put on the foundations, get the water and stuff running there.
The utilities and
do the electrics and such. But we have a lot of people who are there supporting us. We only set this up yesterday, and we do have a couple £100 in there just from yesterday.
Already?
Yeah.
And I've seen you thanking people. Thank you for your donation.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
We're not a club where we think we should just sit back and everyone should do something for us.
Yeah.
We want to go out into the community. We want to we are part of the community. I mean, everybody knows someone connected to the Bosco. You might know it, but if you turn around, if you sit in even your own household, I say, oh, I was saying to someone about I seen the Bosco and the Banter show, and they'll turn around and someone will go, yeah, sure, so-and-so's connected to the Bosco. Might be the Bosco Youth Club, the Bosco Drama Club, or the Bosco Boxing Club, but we're all one big family up there.
Yeah.
It's one big facility where, unfortunately we've got the small part, but we're working on it.
But we're working on it. And I think, look, knowing the drive these boxers have, the club itself, the coaches, the drive and the young boxers, will I tell you, it's going to be no problem. You're going to get sorted out because you guys have the drive to do it.
We do.
You know?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We a number of local companies is helping us out. We are, if there's anyone out there who wants to donate a lorry, donate a crane driver, come and see us. We'll get it worked out. We're not going to just turn around and go, thanks very much, bye-bye, see you later, we want nothing else to do with, because that's not what the Bosco's about. Come and see us. We'll get something sorted out for you.
Come in here, you can come in here and thank them personally.
We will.
Give them a shout out in the Banter show.
I mean, with that, Tony, we, especially myself, we all love getting onto the show.
Oh, yeah, and you're always welcome. As I said, anything to do with the Bosco's always welcome in the Banter show. You know what I mean? I like to do my bit for the dudes and the guys, you know what I mean? They're great, they are a great bunch, you know?
Yeah.
Great club, I have to say.
Adrian, or Barry, time you met you the other day, and you're going, when are you getting the boys on? When are you getting the boys?
I did because, but I was so eager to get this medal, not even that, I wanted to put young boxers back in, to hear about the stories. But look, Barry was telling me, the boys aren't up for it, they're training hard. Yeah. But he mentioned yourself, he says, get Gerard to come in, and there you are. Friends, this is amazing. This is a European bronze medal. You don't get to hold one of these every day.
You don't.
And that's only the start of it. That's the start of it.
I mean, he's the first boxer from the Bosco to go to the Europeans. This is his first time at it. Now think about the nerves of going on to a normal fight in front of a crowd. He's going on to a fight in a far off country.
On his own?
On his own.
There was just national boxers here?
There was the Irish coaches were there. There was none of the coaches from our club. There was none of, he didn't even have his family there.
His family weren't there, nobody.
So we're all sitting effectively in tender hooks going, is it going to phone? What's happened? When's it going to phone? Now, every coach and everyone connected to the Bosco was sitting the same as Barry going, right, well, we're all in it's as if he's all of our child, and we're all just sitting going, even all our boxers are going, has anyone heard? Has anyone heard? What's this? Has he fought? Has he fought? Has he fought? So it's just one of those. I mean, on his first one, on his own, to come back with bronze. Next time he goes to the Europeans, I say it's definitely gold. He should just go bypass the silver, straight into gold. That's going to be it.
Well, knowing the drive and commitment of these guys and the training they're putting in is on. But the amount of training they're putting in professional boxing training. And these guys are an amateur club and they're doing professional training. Yeah. You know it, you see it.
Yeah.
I've seen it myself. And that's where I commend. Well, Adrian's done it. Adrian's done the whole. He's done the whole spectrum of boxing.
Yeah. Adrian has effectively went on, turned the whole club on its head and said, we'll try this. If that's not worked, he said, we'll try this. And by that trial and error, with Adrian's drive, this is where it's coming out of it.
This is what's possible, friends.
Yeah.
And it is possible, you know yourself.
There's the proof.
There's it there.
There's the proof.
It's not terrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as I say, lads, the new season's coming up, and they're going to be back into it. And
I'm going to make a prediction here, live on the Banter show.
Prediction alert. Get your alert heads on. Wait till you hear this. Go for it.
I'm going to say this year, St John Bosco will do even better, and we will go the whole way and have 6 Irish champions.
You've heard it here live.
I'm not going to name names because every single boxer in that club is capable of doing it. Every single one. But I'm going to say 6.
I like that.
And do you know what?
I like that.
See, after the Irish Championships, I'm going to come on. If I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, you can slag the hell out of me the whole time I'm here.
No, I'm not out for slagging it. No. Don't get me wrong. I love a little bit of slagging now and again, but not in a Banter show, friends.
I'm just willing to do that.
That's a good prediction, Gerard. That is a real good prediction. And I'll tell you what, it's quite possible. It's very possible.
It is very possible. I mean, I can sit here and if I was to sit here and name everyone in that club who can possibly get an Irish Championship, I'd be here for a week on the show. The lads, even the lads who were last year just in the age of breaking into the championship team. See, since we've had so many Irish champions, the European success, everyone's raising their game. They're going, if he can get it, I can get it. You know, and again, the boxers are all supporting each other.
Yeah.
I mean, our boxers have actually, the boxers themselves are getting together, putting together a committee themselves to raise funds. Because, again, I know I'm going on about it, but for the Porter cabin, because they're looking at it, it's not the Bosco's facilities, it's their facilities. And the better facilities they have, the better they're going to box, the more championships they're going to get. And it's one of those.
Makes sense.
These are young lads of 14, 15, 16. And they're taking the decision themselves. We want this, we're going to do this. So be prepared to see the young boxers of the Bosco out in the streets of Newry. Give them all the help you can.
Give them the support before they even get these medals. Give them the support to get them structured enough to get the club structured, and then they can go and win more medals.
I mean, it's a way we look at it. It takes a whole village to raise a child. It's an old saying. We want the whole of Newry to come out and help us raise champions. The whole of Newry has to be behind us. We have a lot of support, and I have to thank everybody who's come out in any way, even from people who have just given us the likes of vouchers or thrown on a ton of sweets, you know, first they do raffles and stuff. Small things like that. People don't give it a second thought. We do. Because it's a big, big thing for us, and it goes a long way for us. Having the support of the community, it's our number one priority, because it's the community who's going to help us drive forward. It's the community who's going to have these kids, give these kids something to do in life. So come on, come out and see us.
Well, there's giving them something to do, but they're doing it very well, may I say. You know, they're doing it very well.
I would hate to say what would happen to these kids if they didn't have the Bosco club to fall back on, like the youth club and all, you know, because everything they offer is just fantastic. I mean, they've recently regenerated they spent £250,000 just on the change rooms, which for us is fantastic, because technically us being the boxers are the only ones that really would use the change rooms a lot now.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've had that put on from the Bosco Youth Club themselves, you know, effectively with us in mind, you know. So there's just so much things going on at the Bosco Youth Club. We can't get the timing in which we need, you know, with the likes of the Respect Project and all fantastic projects run.
Well, that's the football, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the football.
That's the football. Funny, them guys were asking me to come in, and you never come in, guys. So get back on to me and come in and let me know about that too, you know.
This is the boxer show. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. No, but I forgot about the footballers.
That's what I'm saying. They've got the footballers with the Respect Project. They got the drama club and such. You know, they have something for everyone up there.
Aye, at the Bosco itself, and it always has been the case up there. You know, from that club opened.
I mean, the club, what it is a community facility.
Yeah.
You know, it's for all the community.
It is a community centre.
It is.
And as you say, just because it's up on Checker Hill off the Armagh Road, the people come from all over different parts of Newry to it.
If you want to come from Barcroft, Camla or such, come on, see the team, see what you want to do, and, you know, they'll facilitate you in whatever way they can.
Can we talk about the boys' training? About the boxers' training now? We've got a rough day out there at the minute. It is absolutely lashing out of the heavens.
Yeah.
But I have seen the Barry Tucker and the honest sons running in that weather, night and day. And Adrian used to do it. I remember driving to work years ago, and I could see Adrian running past this young fella. And I used to say, that boy's going to be a champion. Look at him, you know. And what, 11 times Irish champion?
10 times Irish champion, and I went off to university. So effectively 3-4 years off, came back, went to the Irish Championships and got gold straight away.
Oh, you're some boy, pa.
Now, I've been there, and we've done some, you know, wee routines and stuff for hand speed and stuff. There is no one I know who can match his hand speed. I mean, I ain't going in to hit him, and as soon as I move, he's hit me twice.
Oh yeah.
It's just absolutely.
I seen him knocking a fly out one day. Mark Corn done a video.
Yeah.
Big Mark Curran up in Only Lovely, he done a video, and a fly went past his pathers and talking about him done that. Kapow! He knocked out a fly, friends. So he's quick hand speed to knock out a fly. Only in the Banter show.
And there's people who would say him, he's an accountant, and he's there with a suit, he's the wee glasses on, he's quite a thin set man, so you won't think too much of him. But seriously,
Big mistake.
The man is absolutely fantastic. He's almost as good as me. Not quite there, but he's fantastic.
Oh, he's going to take this bad, aren't you, Eddie? Club secretary gets knocked out in Bosco. What?
We'll do it live in the Banter show.
Oh, there you are. You willing to get knocked out live in the Banter show? That'll be
aye.
something good. Come in.
I do have to say, I've never been knocked out before.
Have you not?
Never, not once.
No, you've an old granite head like myself, you know. Old head made
And
of
then
granite.
people punch me in the nose, and that's just not worth doing.
No.
Just brings us back out again.
Have you one of them? I've one of them too, look.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's silicone now, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can lift it up and put it in the pocket. It's great.
Yeah, especially, you know, whenever they're out spraying the fields and all.
Oh,
just
aye.
put it in the pocket out of the way.
You can't smell nothing, like.
No.
Just whatever's in the pocket, you know.
Yeah, well, I usually don't have too much in my pocket.
So anyway, no, serious. On the more serious note, that are you're trying to tell me the training facilities in the Port of Calvin are the size of this room?
They are. What I'll do is I'll get some pictures taken up of the club, of what facilities we have. I'll share them on Destination Newry. I'll share them with yourself on Facebook and Twitter. You can see what we have. You can see what work we're putting on.
Maybe I'll call up and we can take photographs.
You let me know.
I'll go up and we'll get the photographs live in the Banter show, friends, just to show you. How's
Yeah.
that?
Fantastic.
And then we can see if we need a bit of support for the club. And
because if I think a lot of people look at the Bosco Youth Club and go, yeah, they're training in there. We're not. We're training in a small porta cabin round the side of the Bosco Youth Club. Barry was in there all night. Barry and two of the boys were in, hitting the bags, and you wouldn't have got anyone else in there.
I'm sure.
There's no heat in it. You know,
There's no heat in it.
There's no heat in it. We've got a wee portable heater, which obviously whenever you have the young kids running about and the bags playing off, it's
But then,
you have to be.
So in cold weather, you're training in cold weather, you're heating up, so the inside of the place is going to be all condensation.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, isn't it?
And then in summer they call it the sweat box. You know, because it's only got the wee tiny windows on, so we can have 10, 15 kids in there training. You know,
So that's a bit bizarre.
Yeah, so...
Well, I'll tell you what, that's probably why they're Irish champions and getting European. I mean, so their training facilities are rubbish. So when they update them, have you used to get new equipment as well when you get this new porta cabin? Have you got the equipment already?
We have the equipment. Thankfully for the DSD and such, you know, they provided us with a lot of equipment a few years back, which... You know, it's only getting limited use at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we can only fit so much.
Got the room.
Yeah, we can only fit so much equipment and so many kids in.
But the other thing, Gerard, so if you're training in a small porta cabin and the place is getting condensation in it, obviously mold's going to set into the equipment and set into the gloves and everything.
It's going to end up destroying
because leather sucks up mold, as you know.
Yeah.
So it's not a good scenario. So you have the porta cabin. You just need to transport it and lift it.
We have it. Yeah, Filio here has donated that, which is fantastic. It's actually been sitting on his yard now for about a year. So, you know, we've been trying to get it.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, no. Well, we've been trying to get it down for that length of time. We sent letters out to some companies and such. Some got back to us and said, unfortunately, they couldn't help us. Some just haven't got back to us. We're not going had no grudge about them, you know. Times are tough for some people, so they can't facilitate certain things.
But if anybody can help, if there's any haulage firms out there that are fit to lift a big porta cabin and transport it and then lift it, set it down.
Even if we can get a crane company and a haulage company, you know, we can work in conjunction with both. Any way we can do this. I mean, as I said, we're not actually overrunning with cash. We were actually, last year, we were actually slightly over our budget by about $1,000, you know, so we've had to come out of this year's budget as well. As you know, the crisis up in Stormont with the whole cutbacks and stuff, funding going to, not just ourselves, funding going to a lot of sports in the whole of Northern Ireland's being cut. A lot of social activities are being cut because the money's not being made available. So it's at times like this here where we know it can be done, the community can all pull together. We're welcoming everyone on their club. As I said, if you're older, you have time on your hands. Do you want to spare and you think you want to give something back to the community? Come and see us. If you want to give boxing a try, if you're a young kid and you want to give boxing a try, come and see us. If you're a charity and you want to get some help, or you want to put some posters up, or we're happy to give back to the community as well. I mean, we're happy to, if you give us posters, we're happy to say to the kids, this is for a good cause. Can you hand the posters out in your local community? Because as I said, they're spread from all over Newry.
Yeah.
They're not just based in one small area.
So the big fundraising drive is on.
It is.
It started yesterday, really.
Started yesterday.
Started yesterday, friends. A big fundraising drive. Are you going to be doing the bag packing and all this carry on? And
we're looking on the bag packing. We've a committee put together to come up with fundraising ideas and such. So we've a lot of things mentioned: bag pack, car washes. Although in the rain, I don't think we really need our cars washed. But bag packs and such. A couple of the young boxers are talking about doing a fun day and stuff. With stalls and such. So
and even like a display boxing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To show maybe up and coming kids, wow,
Yeah.
because yourself when the first time ever you seen it, you thought, wow, this is a clubbing match.
Yeah.
But if you get the likes of the Tucker lads and Neil and Brandy and that, to show this is a job and this is a cross. What I'm saying to you, to show younger lads and do display boxing, which is it's always a big hit,
With that, in regards to that, we would hold at least 2 club shows every year as well. Where yes, it's a fundraiser, but we get kids from 9, 10, are really young kids. This is their first experience of getting into the ring in front of a crowd, and you really see them come on. You see their eyes lighting up, and they're like, "Yes, I can do this," and it's really building the confidence from that point and saying, "There's nothing stopping you."
It takes a strong person to even get into the ring, doesn't it?
It does. I mean,
what it's like.
I know.
First time you step into that ring, you're like jelly.
But then you sit and you're going.
You get a clout then, the whole thing changes, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I mean, even my last time in the ring, me in my 30s, I was put in against a young fella who was only 19, and I was sitting going, "This is not going," because his fitness was amazing. He did the cross country running and stuff like, and I hadn't trained in a while, so I was just like, "Yeah, this is going to be."
Were you all padded up and all the gear?
Yeah, all padded up, all.
So that's the safety aspect of it too.
Yeah.
So there is a safety aspect, friends. You guys, even the young lads and all, they're all padded. They've got, they've got the headgear especially, because Adrian's a big fan of this headgear, and I think he's right.
Yes.
I know he's right.
Yeah.
When you see the likes of.
Well, even at the Commonwealth there, that was the first big televised show without the head guards.
And that's why the big egg appeared. That's what I was getting at.
There were so many cuts and bangs which we, as an amateur club, do not want to see.
No.
It's effectively one of those which at the moment they're trying to make the amateur sport more like the professional sport, but what they have to remember is, yes, it's all boxing, but they are effectively 2 different sides of boxing. You wouldn't put the likes of the Newry Grasshoppers up against Chelsea and expect them to play the same level, because they don't have the same level of infrastructure. They don't have the same money coming in to fund their training and such. So it's one of those. Yes, it's all boxing. The amateur sport is different from the professional sport, and we will not. And I'll say it again: we will not put any one of our boxers at risk. No way.
And that's very important. And that's a very valid, important point for anybody out there that's looking to get maybe the son or the daughter, into the boxing, or if they're getting bullied in school and say, right, it's time you're going to learn how to defend yourself, a bit of boxing. But at least friends, that this club will look after its boxers safety-wise. You really do. Yeah, there's no other way around it, is there?
I mean, with that, effectively, I don't spend a lot of time with the young kids because I'm doing other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But even myself, I'm first aid trained, first aid trained, specifically trained, so that even the likes of the shows and stuff where the other coaches are running about getting people ready, there's other people there who are there specifically to do the first aid, to check make sure everyone's okay. There's going to be no risk to any child. Even whenever we were running, the likes of the white collars and stuff, there was always first aiders provided there for adults, and the way we have it, if it's not going to be safe for you to fight, if someone wants an opponent for you who's far better, far stronger, far bigger than you, we're going to say no. It's not happening. No one. We don't want anyone to get hurt, and on top of that, no one wants to see one person stand in the ring so someone who's a lot bigger and a lot stronger than them could beat them up.
Yeah, it's just the wrong thing.
It's not sport.
No, that's not sport. And it does happen. It does happen.
Does, I mean,
but it shouldn't. And you guys are there. So all your boxers are well matched.
Yeah.
It's a good match. It's not, as you say, one big fella and one small fella or whatever.
I mean, a problem which we're having at the moment is actually matching our boys, because there's very few clubs in the whole of Ireland who have people who can keep up with our kids. I mean, wherever we do the likes of that club show, which you did the MC on, that team was the Rathkeil.
The Rathkeil.
Came the whole way from Limerick.
Limerick.
Yeah.
And a great, lovely bunch of guys, the whole lot of them.
They're great.
Great lads. Big shout out to the Rathkeil boxers.
And saying that, what they had to do as well is they had to bring boxers from Donegal, boxers from Dublin to fill out their team.
To come to Newry
to fight the Newry,
the Bosco boxers, yeah.
You know, so what it effectively was is, Rathkeil and St John Bosco, we do this twice a year. We go down to them as they come up to us, and it's great because everyone gets on like a house on fire. But what it's effectively turned into is St John Bosco versus an Irish select.
There you go.
On every club show we do.
An Irish select.
An Irish select.
That's a good setup, isn't it?
And on that, what you're doing is our Irish champions are fighting their Irish champions. The last club show, there was 26 Irish champions fighting at it. No other club in Ireland could get that draw of that many high-class performance boxers in. No one. You know. And as I said...
Speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, the top clubs in Ireland are phoning up Barry Tucker. Barry would do all the matching, you know, of the fights and all, so everyone knows him. They're phoning up Barry Tucker going, what are you doing with them boys? How are they so good? You know, because it's only over the last couple of years where the Bosco has really taken off. You know, under the drive of Adrian, Barry, Tony, you know, them boys are pushing it. I mean, I've come on, I hadn't boxed, I hadn't fought myself for quite a while. You know, being from Derry, I did the kickboxing and all that in the background. I came up and it was like, right, about 10 years out, and I said, I have to get back and do something. And it was just like, right, I seen the Bosco, met some of the coaches, liked what I seen, I went, right, I have to get on this, you know.
And you mentioned Derry. Big shout out to everybody, all my friends up in Derry, especially my little girl. Miss you, baby. So she's living up there, you know.
Hello, Mommy.
And hello, Mommy.
Hello, Mommy.
Hello, Mrs. Moore. How are you?
No, she's not Mrs. Moore. The mother-in-law is Mrs. Moore.
Mother-in-law, Mrs. Moore.
She's Ellen. She's Ellen.
Ellen.
Just call her Ellen, yeah.
Hello, Ellen. How are you, Pat? Right, let's talk about so the big drive's on.
Big drive's
This
on.
is it. This is. When do you think, are you trying to get all this done for the new season coming up?
We want to get it done for the new season. I mean, we've got the planning permission. As you know yourself, planning permission for a temporary building lasts for a year. If we don't get it up by the time the planning permission runs out, we have to apply for it again. It's over $1,000 for planning permission itself.
You're joking me?
No, so
even for a temporary building?
Even for a temporary building.
What is going on in this country?
I know, but
they're not giving people a chance.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I have to say the local council is great. We have had a number of grants and such from them.
Yeah.
They sent out letters and they do receptions and stuff for our boxers for every time they're Irish champions or something like that. They're doing receptions. The likes of Brendan Curran, my tongue just went away there. Charlie Casey and such. You know, I've met all these guys, and every time you meet them, it's like, how's the boys doing? How are we going? If we hold an event, I have to say, Brendan Curran turns up for every single event we run.
There you go.
Even whenever Jake was coming back, Brendan Curran was there, standing in Dublin Road with the rest of us, waiting for him to come on, along with our mayor, Dara Hughes. You know, so it's great to see...
Razor Brendan and Charlie and Dara.
Yeah, it's great to see the local politicians going, yes, these are part of our community.
And I've just heard there's a car wash in County Mayo. He's going to throw in a few quid
No.
My mate of mine, Noel Carson, big razor Noel Carson down,
no,
down in County Mayo.
We're coming to see you, Noel.
He said he's going to throw a few quid in for the Bosco boxers.
Yeah, if you're down in Mayo, down by Castle Bar, Noel's
Was he in the
car
Castle
wash.
Bar? Razor. I'd love to drive into there.
Yeah.
Go in and, I'd love to go in sideways, just doing a handbrake turn. Just give her a
get her
lash. You know, some luck on my way. Good fella, only loving you, man. Noel Carson, good man.
Wow.
And he's in the County Mayo.
He's in County Mayo.
Wow.
Yeah. Having his lovely wife Geraldine and the 2 kids.
2 kids and all. Great stuff, Noel. Great stuff.
Yeah.
But at least you're on the ball. I want you to come in and tell me how this is going, or how the fundraising's going.
Yeah,
Did you get anybody to do the transport? Come in and talk to me, you know.
Yeah, what I'll do is, I mean, you know, I be in contact with you regular enough through Twitter and all, and I know where you live. And just for your future project, that may be a line you want to use. I'll not say too much about it, but best of luck with that.
Thanks very much. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much.
But as I said, I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah.
I want to keep the whole community up to date. As I said, we're a community club. We've got the community in the club. We want the club surrounded by community. Effectively, the word of today is community.
Community.
Come and see us.
Yeah, come and see us. Fundraising, community, John Bosco Boxers. This is the man to see, or any of the other guys in the management, the coaches.
Yeah.
Come and see any one of them. Get in contact with them, try and help.
Contact us through Facebook. Contact us through Twitter. Call up to the club. Leave a letter in the St John Bosco Youth Club. I'm sure if you contact Tony, he'll let us know. Come into the show. Tell the show what you want to do for us, and we'll get it all taken forward.
That's it. We'll try and get the lads kicked off, because we want more of these coming. And we want to see the gold-coloured ones coming in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll be on the way, because the training them guys are doing is unreal.
Absolutely
for such
amazing.
young fellas like it, the training they're putting in. But I can tell you what, from me first met Barry and yourself and that there, the Kane boys are actually growing. From me first met them, they're all are. Brandy, Neil, they're getting bigger. Every time you see them, they're getting bigger.
I know.
Did you ever see anything like it?
It's those teenage years. You know, we'll put it down to a spot of nature and a spot of training and a spot of a couple of boxes of Mars bars.
So have you got a fundraising page on the Twitter at all?
It's not on. I've tweeted out the link for it.
Right.
But I'll be retweeting that and it'll be reposted on our Facebook page. If you're friends with us on Facebook, please share it. Get it out there.
And while we're on the subject, a quick rant here. This is a rant from the Razor. See them game requests you're sending me? I'm telling you now, I'm sick to the teeth of them. And I'm going to start either deleting the people who are sending them, or I'm going to delete myself off Facebook. That's how annoying it is. It is so bloody annoying. They're coming through on my phone, and I think it's just something I had it. Next thing I'm on Google Play. I don't play games on Facebook. Friends, please listen to me. I don't play games on Facebook. Do not send me any more game requests, or I'm going to delete you. And then I'm going to delete myself of it. Or it's so bloody annoying.
What he may do is put a donation into the Bosco, and we'll send some of our champions round to have that word.
To have a word with you, yeah. So any game request I'm going to send the Bosco boxers right to you, and you'll have to give them at least a tenner to just say, listen, I'm sorry about that there. So that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you here now. And by the way, if there's any bands, there's a lot of bands contacting me. There's a lot of charities contacting me. If you're going to make an appointment, make it and stick to it, friends, because I don't like getting let down on the Banter show. If there's you want the Banter, come in for the Banter. Don't tell me you're coming in and then change your mind. Rant over, friends. It's Friday. The weekend started.
So it's not.
It is.
I'm working Saturday and Sunday. It's not started.
What
My weekend's over. I was off yesterday and today.
Well, our weekend has started, hasn't it, Mrs. Carson?
You're right.
Isn't that right, big man in the corner there? Yeah, the week Andrew, give us a thumbs up. And I think you going to the Red Arrows tomorrow? So you are. There's a lot of people going to the Red Arrows tomorrow in Newcastle. A lot of people from Newry going to it.
Yeah.
So I had to cancel a Banter show tomorrow as well. So I'm getting really peeved with this, you know.
Save your money. You see the Red Arrows on YouTube, throw your money into the Bosco Club. Come on.
Save the petrol and all that there.
Yeah, do it for the kids.
Get YouTube up on the big screen.
Yeah.
And sit right up close to it and your finger
You should
there.
see the size of the TV here. It'll be like you were almost there.
This is a big TV, isn't it?
It is.
That wouldn't even fit into the Bosco training rooms at the minute, would it?
Well, it would, but we'd have to remove a wall, and then that could replace the wall. Take the wall out and just slide that in.
Right, friends, unfortunately, I'm after getting the old sign there from the studio manager again. Gerard, it's always a blast to have you in, and it's great. I want you back in again to keep us up to date.
Sure, you know I'll be back. Know I'll be back. I
love
can't
coming
stay
in.
away.
You love coming into the Banter show, don't you?
I know.
He loves it, friends. He loves it.
For those of you who were watching the last time, no, I didn't have to strip down this time.
No, he didn't. But we'll explain that. At the minute, what you see here, you don't see on this. We have a green screen set up here, and if you wear green and you come in here, you just disappear. You know.
Yeah.
So he disappeared.
Newry on me.
No, you did. Your arms and your head were here. The rest of you was invisible, wasn't it?
Effectively, yeah.
So don't forget, if you're coming into the Banter show, don't wear green, or you're going to disappear. You know.
Exactly. It'll be like talking to the invisible man.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to get those all in one. You know, the suits, just pure green, and just come in and start moving stuff across.
Jerry Morgan done a cracker, the drummer. And Jerry got a bit of green cloth, and Jerry pulled the green, and he stood right there, and he says, "Welcome to the Banter show." He says, "I'm actually joined by the guest. He's here." And then it says, "Reveal yourself," and he just done that, and all you could see was a head floating in midair. You know, only at the Banter show. But listen, friends, the weekend started. Big razor to everybody. Have a great weekend, and a big shout out to all the Bosco. Anybody that's connected with the Bosco, the club, and the boxers, and all the Gaelic team, and all the rest. So
yeah. Everybody in Newry, have a great weekend.
have a great weekend.
And I have to say,
Look
have
at
a great
that.
weekend to the missus. Hello,
Big
Deirdre.
European medal here, friends. So a big shout out to the Tuckers, all the Bosco boxers. They're great, an absolute cracking family, sporting family, aren't they?
They are. They're fantastic.
So from me and Gerard, it's razor time, Gerard. We're going to give you a razor. Friends, we're out of here.
Destination Banter.